the Soul Warrior podcast. Another episode, and we are going to talk about today was something that special subject which relates to the bats and psychic vampires. Well, mostly I'm going to talk about the psychic vampires because this area of study in the psychopathology is least. I mean, very few people in the entire world have gone into the deeper study of it. I mean, when it comes down to analyzing these people, it's not that everybody has done it in a full way, it's like a full swing. And also, it's not like everybody has remained on the core issue, pinpointing where we need to be, pinpointing it, where the problem lies. And I mean, if today's time, first of all, this term may not be, readily be. It's like it's not like everybody has heard this term, the psychic vampire, because the problem with that is the medical science doesn't have anything to do with it because they go about looking at a human being, human body in a very much of a physicalized way. And the mainstream psychology, psychiatry, it also doesn't have much knowledge on it. And nowadays, if you go about and Google it, you're gonna find a lot of information on it because this was only in the past around. You can say that 15 years that this knowledge is now been it's coming out, and this problem is being recognized by the what do we call this, the psychologists around the world. But mostly the true answers to it lies in the alternative psychology, because for me as well, the alternative psychology came out as a great help. So when I faced this problem around this was 8-9 years back, I was looking for some authentic information. So the point is, when you Google it down, you're gonna find a lot of information now, but 99% of it is bogus. So please do not refer to something which is not going to help you at all, and it's because the wrong set of knowledge. You may think that, oh, it's okay, I'm going to read something and I'm going to follow it, I'm going to do some protection tips around it, and what's going to happen is it's going to backfire on you. You will lose more of your health instead of gaining any health in it. So you need to be very objective in that way. So refer to the genuine people, and also do not read too many books on that, because the mainstream psychology has made a mockery out of it. This is not a joking scenario in the world. So then who and what a psy-vamp is? The problem is that it goes, when you get into the study of all of this, you need to go back to the origins of evil. You need to go back into the history, not just 2000 years back, but even further than that, because ever since we have been here, that the phenomena of evil has been here. So the man is central to it. This is in the Gnosticism, this is in the Christian theology as well. But they were mostly the spiritual people. Their way of looking at it, analyzing it, was mostly the spiritual way of, they were trying to tell something, but not in a very direct and a straightforward manner. So which is why the alternative psychology, where we try to analyze everything mostly from the psychological point of view. So what is it that the modern day Psyvamp has, that they are so that they are so much, on to the other people, and their ability to uh, manipulate their victims and to do the other nefarious and heinous uh, the spiritual crimes, and to just move forward in the system, not on the otherwise, not in their personal lives or nothing at all, because they do not have a life at all on the inside. No spirit, no soul, completely just, uh, basically a flesh and blood Lizzie type of a person. So, according to Michael Tsarion, this phenomena of psychic vampirism goes deeply into motive, that they are highly motivated people. And yes, that is true, because when I look at in the when I look at the outside world, that yes, there is something that is completely very, very wrong, which is happening. But let's not too much dig into that, because the motive of the evil is to turn everybody into the evil person, just like them. So, what are the physiological and psychological symptoms? The point is that mostly the victim feels energetically drained, because all of